Hey there YouTube. So today we're underneath the front end of an 89 Jeep Wrangler YJ. The front of this has the Dana 30 axle, the rear has the Dana 35. Shouldn't really matter if it's a Jeep, a Ford, a GM, a Dodge, a Nissan, a Toyota. Well, it may matter with some of those Nissan and Toyotas. They might have the where the whole center section pulls out the back. But anyway, any vehicle differential, that vehicle that has a differential cover on it like this here, it's all going to be the same thing. So what we're doing is we're just servicing the oil. We're just draining it out, refilling it. I've already done the rear, but I just wanted to show to do this. I should have started filming before I did it, but anyway, here's your differential cover here. All you basically need to do is go ahead and remove your bolts. They're all around here. Once you get your bolts out, you just get a screwdriver and put it in here between there and twist it. That'll break the seal from the cover and the flange here and the RTV sealant they've used. All your gear oil will drain out. You can see we got our nasty gear oil in there. Then I'll go ahead and get some rags and I'll go ahead and wipe up all the gear oil left in there, and I'll clean the surface here with a razor blade or a scraping tool or like a Scotch-Brite pad, get it all clean. Then we'll go ahead and do the same to the cover, get it all clean. Then we'll apply a new bead of RTV sealant to this, get it back up there, tighten it up, and we'll refill it. So I'll show you a little bit of that here. Stand by. Okay, so we got the flange all cleaned up on this here. We got it all scrubbed down and used some brake clean on it. Now we're going to go ahead and start on the cover itself. Okay, so here's the rear diff cover. You can see it's pretty nasty and dirty. We're going to go ahead and get that all cleaned up. Okay, so here's where we are. Just took the little drill with the wire wheel. Went ahead and cleaned the surface all the way around here, the mating surface. You can see there's a little rust in here. I noticed that when it drained, there was a little bit of water in there, so it's a good thing we're getting that out of there. I'm going to go ahead and take this outside and wire wheel the outside of it, and then I'll spray the whole thing down with brake cleaner, and then I'll hit it with some 91% rubbing alcohol, and then I'll go ahead and throw a coat of paint on here, and I'll be back. Okay, so I've got it all as clean as it's going to get. I like using this stuff here, this truck bed coating. It comes out pretty nice. Just do a light coat. I'll go over it a couple times with a couple light coats. This stuff actually looks real nice. So we'll do about 4 or 5 of those coats. Wait for it to dry and show you when it's done. Okay, so I got the cover painted. I got 4 or 5 light coats on it. And it's a pretty cold day, so I just like to use my little Harbor Freight heat gun. Any heat gun will do. And just go over it. You won't burn the paint. Just keep it like, I don't know, 10-12 inches away, I guess. And it'll dry it. 5 minutes, you'll have a nice dry piece. I do this to a lot of like automotive type stuff. Stuff I have to paint. You know, I wouldn't do it to a finish on a car or anything like that. But stuff like this, underneath a car or anything like that, it doesn't matter. It's going to dry it. Finish is going to be good. You can see it's pretty hot there. It doesn't hurt it any. Anyways, there's that nice coating from that truck bed spray can there. Alrighty, stand by. Okay, well here it is after keeping that heat gun on there for 4 or 5 minutes. And it's totally dry to the touch. You can even hear the finish on there. So I'll go ahead and flip it over now, and we'll get a bead of RTV on there. Alrighty, so we've got the inside all clean, all wiped down. The flange all wiped down with 91% rubbing alcohol. Go ahead and apply the bead of RTV. Alrighty, so I used to, go to AutoZone or O'Reilly's or wherever and buy the Permatex stuff, but this stuff here, this ProSil, it works every bit as good, and it's only 99 cents at the dollar store. So I've been using this, no trouble at all. Okay, so I've got a bead of the black RTV on there, and nothing crazy. You can see you don't have to go overboard with it. And there's no reason to use any gasket or anything else. Just put some RTV on there. I'll go ahead and get it on the truck. I'll get the bolts on. You just want to finger tight them at first. I'll go over that here in a second. Okay, we're going to put the cover back on. Both flanges are clean. We've got the RTV on. You want to make sure the part with the divot in here goes on the side of the ring. Otherwise it won't fit. So we'll just go ahead and get it. Get it up here in place. Just go ahead and try to get a bolt lined up here real quick. You don't want it to slide all over the place because then your RTV is going to make a mess. We'll just get one started there, maybe one up over here. There we go. That one should be started. There you go. So that'll hold it in place. And then I'll go ahead and get the rest of them in there and I'll show you the rest of it. Alrighty, so we got all the bolts in and I've got them snugged down with the ratchet. I didn't apply any force, much force to them. Just snugged them down with my pinky, just enough so the gasket just starts oozing out a little bit there. And I'll give it about 30 minutes, come back and I'll go ahead and tighten them. And then I'll go ahead and fill the differential at that time. Alrighty, so I've got my torque wrench here. And I've got them all uniformly torqued. Of course, you do them in a crisscross pattern, or at least I do. That's how I like to always torque things. And that's about how much RTV has come out in the end. And I let it set for about 30 minutes before I did this, because I went ahead and serviced a transfer case. Went ahead and drain and filled that. So this is all done. All we have to do now is get our pump fluid in the hole here till it starts to come out. Put the plug in and we're all done. I won't show that on camera. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed it. Take care.